Barkley's the bigger man, likes to end his night's work very early. For Toney, 5 of his last 8 fights have gone to the 12th, and Barkley comes out swinging on Toney. That is no surprise. Both in black trunks. Barkley wild left misses. Toney missed with a right. Remember, Barkley's chin not what it used to be, and he's already wobbled. Toney's got him in trouble, and he's still swinging from his heels. Barkley already wobbled in this fight. Less than 15 seconds into it. Toney the quicker of the two and a better chin. More athletic at this point in his career. Almost all of Barkley's fights, the tone is set very early.
Don't hold him, break. Step back.
Richard Steele, the referee, steps in and breaks it up. Round 1, scheduled 12-rounder for Barkley's super middleweight belt. Remember, Toney is the middleweight champ of the IBF. 33-0 with 2 draws. An uppercut that lands by Toney, who's surprisingly letting Barkley lean on him in the corner. That is a surprise. That's one of Barkley's strengths. He did it against Hearns, their second fight. Toney, not afraid of it, comes out with a counter punching.
Don't hold him, don't hold him.
Part of the game plan, perhaps, by Toney, to wear down Barkley. Even more so since the weigh-in. Barkley's already bleeding. A right that lands by Toney, who looks confident and assured. Triples up on the left, landing each time effectively. 1:05 left in the first.
Keep him up.
Toney with a combination. So lights out's the favorite. He's very well aware if he gets careless, the night's work could be over, because Barkley can't take anybody out with one punch, and has. The question being, will Barkley's strength progress rapidly as the fight moves on? Toney controlling the first. Had Barkley hurt seconds into the fight, and he's hurt again. Toney seems to be the more aware of the two fighters. Picking up Barkley's moves early, and Iran lands a right. Toney laughs it off.
No holding.
A dangerous move against a fighter with the caliber of Barkley's strength. Round 1, a very active round, is over. Iran Barkley took the majority of the punishment in round 1. We're set for round 2. If it's anything like round 1, we're in for a good night's work, where Barkley came out very active, and Toney quickly slowed him down. Barkley took a beating against Hearns the first time they fought in '88. Eventually won the fight, though. Both fighters in the black trunks. Barkley's with a distinct shine, glitter to them.
Punching it out.
We're 45 seconds gone in round 2. More leaning, specifically by Barkley, than in round 1. Barkley's nose lightly bleeding after the first. The crowd reacting to a Barkley punch that was not nearly as effective as they made it out to be. Toney is keeping close, a sign that he has very little fear of Barkley, although he most assuredly has some respect. Barkley with a big right that missed. That is best punch. Barkley's mouth is open, which would lead you to believe he's sucking for air midway through the second. Not a good sign. Toney's mouth tightly closed around his mouthpiece. Nice uppercut by Toney that lands squarely.
Punching it out. Keep him up. Keep him up.
Barkley, much more lethargic in this round than in the first.
Break, step back.
There's no question he's tired. Leaning over, leaning on him, mouth open. Toney doubles up on the left.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
This only the second round. Barkley bleeding around the nose, both sides. Nice combination by Toney.
Punching it out. Punching it out. Break.
Richard Steele, somewhat frustrated with the leaning, tells him to punch and get out. Awaiting round 3. Barkley seems tired. He's landed 34% of his punches. Toney is closer to 55. Toney begins much lighter on his feet,
No holding.
as he has been for the first 2 rounds. And we presume he's won both. Barkley seems to be waiting for that one big punch. There's already swelling over his left eye. Nice uppercut by Toney that lands.
Punching it out of
Well, not squarely.
Break, step back.
I can't recall if Barkley's eyes were a big problem in the
Punching it
past,
out.
but the swelling in his left, considering he hasn't taken really a barrage of punches yet, is very visible. Doubles up on the uppercut. Barkley comes back with an uppercut
Break.
of his own.
No holding.
You may recall in the first round,
Working
Toney
way out.
leaning against the ropes, trying to wear down Barkley a bit. It may have worked, because since then, Barkley
Come on,
has
let's
moved
work.
much slower. Right hand by Barkley, but he doesn't follow up on it. He just looks slow at this point.
Break, step
Toney
back.
getting busier. We're at Caesars Palace Indoor Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada.
No
Third
holding.
round,
Punching it
scheduled
out.
12-rounder. Toney, the middleweight champ for the IBF, but it's Barkley's super middleweight title that's on the line. Toney moving up in class. A right hand, rock Barkley, and a left follows. Barkley comes back with his own combination. Toney easily avoided the punches.
Punching it out.
Barkley's
Break.
punches really being
Time.
telegraphed coming from the
Go,
side.
go, stay.
Barkley losing his mouthpiece.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So at the first opportunity, Richard Steele moves him to his corner.
Work and get out of there. Work and get out.
Less than 15 left in the third. James Toney still very fresh.
Punching it out of there. Punching it out.
Barkley's been out of gas since around the national anthem.
Break.
We're told by people that have seen extensive work of Barkley, he's usually cut around the eyes, so this no different. But to this point, Toney controlling the fight, controlling the pacing of it, picking him in spots, nice right, doubles up on it, then comes in with a left. Toney more aggressive in this round, at least in the early portions. A combination, they all land. Barkley comes back with something of his own, and Toney ducks out of the way.
Step back, step back.
Barkley, a fighter who's risen to the occasion in his career. How many more times can he rise?
Keep him up, keep him up.
Barkley possibly depending on that one big punch. And to this point anyway, Toney would be able to avoid it. The younger fighter, fresher legs, clearly more athletic. Barkley still, though, always poses a threat. Toney just doesn't seem to be too concerned about it. Even leaning on the ropes like he did in the first round, showing confidence. He turns around Barkley and the crowd chanting, Toney. We expected somewhat Barkley to be a fan favorite, but that's not the case.
No holding, break, step back.
Halfway gone in round 4. The bounce in Barkley's legs is gone.
No holding. Punch your way out, punch your way out.
And while Barkley's mouth has been open since the beginning of the second, Toney's is not. He's in good shape.
Work it, get out.
This is about the time Toney will take care of a fighter he has confidence against. 20 of his 22 knockouts coming before the 6th round. Oh, nice left. Barkley taking a lot of punishment.
Punch it down. Break. Break, go to corner. Time, go to corner. Let's go, get over here. All right, time.
That helps Barkley, who's bleeding profusely around the mouth, but as every round moves on, that kind of lessens his chances. It's a great middleweight coming to an end, at least at this point. Mouthpiece out of Barkley's mouth again. And the round ends. Well, Barkley can't reel off more than one in succession. Round 5. Completely James Toney's night to this point.
Pull your arms back.
Last round, Toney connecting on 69% of the punches. So he's getting more effective as the fight goes on. Still, he can't be careless.
No holding, no holding.
To this point, Barkley's most effective punches have come early in each round. As he tires, he becomes less effective. There's a left that hit Toney, who is on the ring right in front of us. 45 gone in the round.
Come on, work and get out of there. Work and get out of there. Break, step back, step back. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Toney, a very confident fighter. And this is a big fight, no question. Barkley, a big name.
Let's work.
There are a lot of viewers of this tonight, but Toney seems very relaxed, very confident. It's Barkley that's been reaching to this point.
Keep him up.
Toney, the 1991 Fighter of the Year, according to Ring Magazine.
Pull it back.
Toney's style, some would say, is to stick and move, but he's not too concerned about that now. You can just tell he feels a lot of confidence around Barkley. He's just much quicker.
Let's work.
Caesars Palace, minute left in the 5th. Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the indoor pavilion. The heat in here could also affect Barkley. It's very warm in here. Barkley takes another punch and follows up himself.
Your hands are free. Work. There you go. Roll. You got the roll, baby. Come on, your hands free. Let's work. Watch your head.
We mentioned right after the fight introductions that Barkley's chin had been clearly susceptible in the last couple of years, but he has taken a lot of punishment tonight. And really, he was most buckled in the first as blood pours out of his mouth.
Let's work.
Toney walks away, almost not even looking at him, looking over his shoulder at Barkley.
Watch your head.
Toney's won every round. And in every instance, pretty easily.
Break.
He won this one too.
He got it.
Well, objectivity and accuracy, not a big concern of Barkley's corner, who told their fighter it's Toney who's getting tired.
Don't hold him.
Round, super middleweight title on the line. Barkley a nice left, one of his best punches of the fight. And Toney fires back with a rapid combination.
Punch it out. Punch, break, step back. Step back.
And less than 30 seconds into the round, Barkley already looks tired.
Come on, let's work.
It would seem to this point, maybe the only suspense left is if Toney will knock down Barkley.
Keep him in front. Keep him in front.
To this point, if he goes at this pace, he'll win a unanimous 12-rounder. Watching this fight along with some celebrities and 4,000 fans.
Come on, your hands are free. Let's punch.
Roy Jones Jr., one on the undercard. A man who someday may, who knows, fight Toney. That's been a favorite spot of Toney's tonight, leaning up against that side of the ropes. It would seem to be a dangerous spot.
Watch your head.
Because Barkley doesn't have to move to tag it. A combination, blood spews out of the mouth of Barkley.
Come on, work. Watch your shoulder.
Barkley hurt, trying to put an arm around him. He's in trouble. Oh, he takes a big left.
Punch to get out of there. Watch your head. Watch your head.
If Toney were a more explosive puncher, you get the feeling he could have put him away.
Come on, you
much
got your
earlier
hands
in the
are free.
fight.
Work.
Less than 30 remaining in the sixth. There's the thought, too, that the longer the fight goes on, Toney is just setting himself up. That's more of a chance for Barkley to maybe get lucky and land a punch. Do you want to put him away now and end it, or give Barkley that chance? Sure, you're dominating the fight, but Barkley's still very dangerous, potentially. Little flurry by Iran as the round closes. Barkley looks like he's already had 2 fights tonight. His left eye nearly completely shut. James Toney's hard enough to find with his speed. One eye's not going to do it. Barkley in the sequin trunks and a big blood stain on his left shoulder. Nice triple combination. Toney backs out.
Break. Step back.
2 steals separates the 2 fighters. Big right by Toney. That could have ended the fight. Barkley comes back with a left, hit him more with a shoulder, or I should say forearm.
Punch and get out. Punch and get out. Break. Step back. You're holding.
45 gone in the round. Scheduled 12 rounders.
Come on, let's work inside to get out. Work, break.
Again, Toney picking his spots. He's never put enough punches together to really ever tire himself, which would make him more susceptible to Barkley. The right-left combination.
Punch and get out, punch and get out.
Barkley from the Bronx. Toney from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Home of the University of Michigan.
Work inside to get out. Pull your arms back.
Barkley said he'd never even heard of Ann Arbor. So he's clearly not a
Keep him up, keep him up.
geographical whiz. Blood heavily pouring out of Barkley's mouth at times. It's almost as if Toney enjoys watching Barkley wither away. This fight in his career coming to an end. Barkley in trouble. Protecting himself, but not really defending himself.
Come on, punch and get out of there. Punch and get out of there. Punch and get out of there. Punch and get out. Don't hold him. Don't
Barkley,
hold him. Come on, you
because
guys,
he's
work.
trying to protect his left eye, has been keeping his head down. Now with a swollen eye, it's become very difficult for him to really see Toney. Most of Barkley's best punches are just glancing off the side. He can't see the man he's fighting, at least not well. To the side of Barkley's face. Barkley in the sequin trunks has lost every round.
Punch and get out of there. Come on, your hands are free. Work.
At this point, the people at ringside who are trying to avoid the blood out of Barkley's mouth have a lot more movement than Iran. It could get bloody before this thing's over, and the people at ringside are very well aware of that.
Punch and get out there. Punch and get out. Time.
Steele calls time.
Come on. Come on, you guys. Come on.
And again,
It's a tape.
second time in the fight, the wrapping with Barkley's
Put
glove
it all the way around.
has come off. And the crowd all over Richard
All
Steele,
the
who
way
is not
around.
one of the
Up
more
and down,
popular
up and down.
referees, although he is one of the more effective. The knock on him, of course, Tyson and Razor Ruddock. And he stopped it prematurely the first
Let's
time.
go, Iran. Wake up.
Also,
Let's go.
Chavez and Taylor, which he stopped moments before the final bell. He's a very good boxing referee,
Come on, let's work. Let's
but
work.
has been chastised by the general public because of two very prominent fights in which he stopped it early.
Break. Step back.
Minute gone in the
Watch your
eighth.
head.
The pacing has slowed considerably since about the fourth or fifth. Barkley landed a decent punch,
No, hold
but
him.
Toney coming out the winner in that exchange. And Iran stepping up the pace a little bit, swinging wildly, but not even coming close to hitting
Punch
Toney.
and get out there. Punch and get out. Break. Come on, keep him up. Keep him up. Keep him up. Keep him up.
Another indication
Don't hold him.
of Barkley's ineffectiveness is James Toney's face, which does not have a mark on it.
Don't hold his hand. Let's work.
If anything would have a mark, it would be the top of Toney's head, because that's where most of Barkley's punches have landed. Less than a minute left in the eighth.
Let's work. Your hands are free. Let's work.
I just wonder to this point if Barkley can even see Toney. The swollen eye. He's been kind of ducking and leaning in. He just doesn't seem to have great vision right now. Toney in the corner just looking ready and shaking his head at people in the corner.
Come on, let's work. Let's work. Don't hold him.
Nice left uppercut by Toney. That was a good punch. And he follows with a combination And Barkley wobbles slightly.
Step back, step back.
They give Barkley some credit. He's taken some punches throughout this fight, especially now in the latter stages. A left and bleeding profusely is Barkley. His legs aren't wobbling, but his face is a mess right now. The mouthpiece is almost out. It's already come out twice. Blood out of the nose and mouth, streaming out. Now both eyes are almost shut. Be ex-champ, as James lights out Toney, has won every round convincingly. This is the night scheduled 12-rounder. He hasn't put him away, and if he hasn't to this point, you wonder if Toney will. He will just methodically march through him.
Watch your head.
For the final four. He's been effective leaning against the ropes tonight. Not something a lot of fighters have done in their careers successfully against Barkley.
Come on, don't hold him. Punch to get out of there.
There has never been a point in this fight when Toney was in trouble. In about the third round, the crowd made a lot of noise from a Barkley punch that landed at best on the shoulder. Strong right hand snapped off by Toney, follows up with two lefts, and Barkley misses. A step slow, a punch late. A minute gone in the ninth.
Come on, your hands free, don't hold, break.
Richard Steele having to work a bit more as the fight progresses because Barkley is doing more leaning.
Punch to get out, don't hold.
Well, Barkley said before the fight he would like to shut Toney's mouth, and we'll say this for Toney, his mouth has been shut the whole fight. Because he came in exceptional shape.
Punch to get out, break, step back.
Now blood getting on Toney.
Punch to get out, break. Come in front. Break.
Both guys came into the fight harboring some intense resentment toward the other. Barkley said since they signed the fight, though, Toney had been much nicer to him. Three lefts by Toney, all land, and a big right that does too.
Punch to get out of there. Punch to get out, break. Come on, let's work, break.
End of the ninth.
I got you, man. No, I'm your fucking man. No. Well, fuck you, understand? Stop the fight is over. The fight is over.
They've called the fight off. Barkley's eyes are both nearly swollen shut. He's lost every round, and they have called it off. Flip Pomansky, the fight doctor, came in. You could see Barkley pleading for them not to stop the fight, but you almost think that Barkley's corner agreed with Flip Pomansky's decision. Barkley is a beaten man as he walks over to James Toney. Bob Arum laughing and joking with him. A younger, quicker man beat the old warhorse, Iran Barkley. A total mismatch in foot speed and hand speed.
We love you. Okay.
Barkley not as much
Hey, you a warrior, Judge.
disappointed as he is sad.
So, you want it on your feet.
He just didn't get it done tonight. Never had a chance.
Time, relax, relax. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
In a way, it kind of reminded you
Take the time, everybody take the time.
of Terry Norris ending Sugar Ray's career.
It's on you, Judge. Whatever you want to do.
It wouldn't be as sad if Barkley at times wasn't so helpless, so ineffective.
Hey, let me get these gloves.
James Toney couldn't finish Glenn Wolfe, but he finished off Iran the Blade Barkley, and Toney's record will improve. One more win. He's never lost a fight. He's become much more prominent since he beat Michael Nunn in Davenport, Iowa. You see Jackie Callan. Let's go to Michael
Ladies
Buffer.
and gentlemen, referee Richard Steele, acting on the advice of chief physician at ringside, Dr. Flip Omansky, calls a halt to the bout at the end of the 9th round. The winner by TKO victory, and now the undefeated IBF super middleweight champion of the world, James